Hey everyone, today I have a new tried and true. This is the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. I bought the whole set that comes with it and I really wanted to try it out all together. So it says to shake the foundation very well, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to use one pump on my skin because I like to start off pretty sheer and build up if I feel I need to. But pretty much for the most part, I like to have very sheer coverage and just for my own skin to shine through and just kind of get rid of or correct my tone, which is the only reason that I really like using foundation. So I'm going to dot this on everywhere. The remaining I just kind of spread on my neck, and then I'm going to rub that in with my fingers. This is what I like to do at first when I first use a foundation, so that I can kind of feel the texture and just kind of really let it go on with the warmth of my fingers. Later on I'll apply it with the blush because I do like to use different kind of brushes and techniques to see what works best with the foundation. I find that this foundation works best with your fingers or with a beauty blender. It works really nicely with that as well. It gave a very good coverage. It wasn't too thick and it wasn't too thin. It was just right in the middle, which is again what I really like because it just gets rid of the tone, and then later on you can go in with a concealer to get rid of any of those spots and blemishes that you may have. So here I'm going to do that next. I really actually like the concealer because it's not thick, it's not too thin, and it goes on very nicely with this applicator. The applicator is like a flimsy, so it kind of helps to just apply it exactly where you need it. I like putting a lot on, and then I'm going to go in any spots that I need to correct. And then you can also use this concealer for a highlighter because it does work very nicely for that as well. So I'm going to put it on all the areas where I turn red, obviously in the under eye area and blemishes and scarring where I've had. And for now I'm not going to really apply this as a highlight. I'm going to blend that in with my finger. I find that this does work best with the blush and not, or with the brush, not really with your finger, but for this tutorial I went to try it with my fingers. So this blends out very evenly. It doesn't cake up. It doesn't go on too sheer. It works exactly like you would expect a concealer to work, which is a little bit more opaque than a foundation. I also apply this on my lids as a eyeshadow primer because it works really nicely for that as well, and it gets rid of that redness on your eyelids that you normally have. So here I'm just going to apply. I like to show you the whole. This is not sped up or cut out anything like that because I really want you to see the full thing. But I might just cut this side a little bit earlier. As I mentioned, this has a really good wear to it. It stays on for a very long time, which is what I like. It doesn't stay on like all day, but it does stay on, you know, the full work or school or whatever, the majority of your day. I'm going to continue blending this with the brush from, I want to say Bare Minerals. And this is one of my favorite brushes now. So I will review that foundation, the Bare Minerals foundation, next time. But for right now, I love the brush. It's so genius and it really just blends everything away very nicely. So I'm going to continue blending that away with my Bare Minerals brush. And for concealer, you just kind of want to tap it away. You don't really want to like blend it too much because then it'll go away. Next, I'm going to apply this powder. The powder I really like. It's a loose powder. When I was looking at what they had available, I saw that there was a powder foundation, and I didn't want to buy that because I don't like it to look too cakey, and this, I find that this powder works very nicely. So I just get a little bit and swirl it into the cap, and then I place that on the T-zone, and then I'm going to go back and get a little bit more and place that under the concealer so that that really sets and it doesn't cake up. So I find that this powder is probably my favorite loose powders of the moment, and I just really like the way it works, and it doesn't cake up my foundation at all. And that's what you want to look for in powders, that it just sets the foundation but it doesn't add, you know, anything to make it look cakey. So I'm going to give you a close-up of the foundation and the whole face. As I said, it really just looks like my skin, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing any foundation, which is the look that I go for all the time. I don't want it to look like I have a very heavy face on. So this is my favorite for spring right now, and I'm really into it. So I hope that you like this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.